swapping my screen time with reading for a whole week. Today I'm doing a wild video. Shout out to Hayley Fan, this is her YouTube video idea, but basically you swap your screen time with reading. I did a little poll over on my Instagram and asked you guys to vote which books I should read. A lot of them were close, a lot of them were 50-50, so luckily we got them down to not being 50-50. So the first one is this, The Hidden Life of Trees. My auntie gave me this book. It's basically about the science of trees, and I have read a bit of it. I'm on page 51. It's really interesting. The last thing I was reading about is how the trees actually communicate with each other, which I think is really cool. Next book, I've never read any Colleen Hoover. I know she's got mixed reviews. Some people love her, some people hate her. Me and Tiana got this book when we first started dating and we were going to read it together, but never got round to doing it. We read other books instead. She's not really interested in the genre. I'm going to give it a go. And then I asked to vote between A Silent Voice and Can We Go and Communicate for the manga anime fans. Only one. I'm really excited to read this. I've skimmed through and I've read like say this much of it, but I want to get around to actually reading it. And then I've got volume 2 and 3, so there's that. And if I do finish any of these, I will do the other options that I put up. It's just in case I don't get through them. I think that's all the books. Yeah, I don't know if I'm naive and thinking that's the only ones that I'll get through, but I actually have no idea. But if I'm reading for so many hours, maybe I'm gonna need more. I'll update you guys on that. But yeah, if you're interested, stay tuned. I'm gonna be documenting A, what the books are like, B, what it's like reading so much a day, being off social media. I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't do but want to do, so I'll let you know what it's really like, if it's actually helpful or not. Enjoy, stay tuned. Whole week reading for 7, 8, 9 hours every day. Hey everybody. Hi everyone. Right now it's 11:50. I've been in online lecture all morning, so I haven't been able to read, so I'm gonna start now. Last week my screen time was 9 hours 19. I will put the information in. It's not all social media, please don't judge me. So I'm gonna put a timer on my phone for 9 hours 19. Every time I sit and read, I'll put the timer on so it goes down, and then before I go to sleep it shall be on 0. That is the plan of action. So Ty has decided to take us to Asda down the book aisle. Whilst I am doing this challenge, does she want me to spend all of my money? And then you have to read that one after.
And then there's Heart and Burns next to it.
Heart and Burns. Yeah, no, I'm coming back here. I can't spend now. I'm refusing to do it, but if I could spend, I would have to pick. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard a lot about this wildfire. Just to update you guys, I've been loving the books. Both of them are great. I want to do a separate video on the tree book just so I can go in about the mad, crazy facts about trees and how similar they are to humans. It's crazy, you wouldn't believe it, but they're so similar. But I love trees. I've got a tree tatted. I'm serious about my trees, so separate video on that. I'm gonna carry on reading the Colleen. Really enjoying it. If you don't like Colleen, have you read this book? I'm like 50 pages in, so don't quote me. It's about 318 pages. A lot to read, but 50 pages in. Loving it. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated how I'm enjoying all those things there. Thanks for watching, by the way. Subscribe if you haven't. Unfortunately didn't do the full 9 hours. I got to 5 hours, so I did 4 hours 20. Really down about that, but I'm just gonna keep it so honest with you guys. I can't be like, yeah, I did 9 hours. I did not. We go for another day. It is only 7 hours because that's just what my screen time was last week. Was 7 hours 20. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna carry on reading the book. I've read this much. I've got this much left. Crazy, right? I'm really enjoying it. I have absolutely no idea what was going on at this point, but just know it was absolutely mad. I was reading a madness in this book. Look at me turn that page, eager to know what's next. Ooh. I haven't I've been feeling insecure filming, you know. I see why these people get done. Help me if you didn't want to deep down. Past couple of hours, a year without autumn, not gonna lie, not really enjoying it. It's a really slow start, huh?
It is a slow start, I will give you that.
It's a really slow start. Autumn hasn't yet to go missing. She's yet to go forward in time. I don't know. I might keep it going. I think it's hard to live up to Verity as well. That was a really good book. Despite the bonus chapter not being good, which, by the way, I found a bonus chapter on Reddit. Really eschewed the plot line. Crazy. It made it go from ambiguous to less ambiguous. And so much was happening just for one chapter. News Avatar has been, what's it called? Renewed for season 2 and 3. Crazy, right? We had to even finish Avatar season 1. We had the books. Oh my gosh. We should read those. But yeah, that's really exciting. I might carry on with this. If not, I might switch to the mental health book, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Unfortunately, I fell asleep yesterday. Really annoyed at myself for that. I thought I really had it in the bag. I woke up with 17 minutes left on my timer. I can't believe how close I was. Another day. I've got my incense burning. So I'm going to do a lot more reading today. I believe it's 8 hours something. I'll insert it on the screen. Tried to get into this book recommended by Ty. I really didn't enjoy it. Sorry, Ty. It's really slow. Beyond slow. I have Comey Can't Communicate, which did win one of the polls, but I just can't locate it in my room. I'm gonna start off my morning with the Hidden Life of Trees. quite fitting with the background. But yeah, I'm gonna start it off with this. This is the outfit. Just got out my uni class with tie. About to go home, do some reading. It was looking better before I left the house. Let's just say that. But yeah. Ty, you ready to come home and do some reading? Hey everyone, good morning. It is Friday. I can proudly say I completed the full day yesterday. I did, is it just under 9 hours worth of reading? Yeah, I'm really happy with myself. I finished Closer to Love by Vex King and Comey Can't Communicate. I really enjoyed Comey. I love the illustration. I love the theme. It's just really cute. Let me get a random page. Like, it's just so cute. Really enjoyed it. Really happy that I've got Comey Can't Communicate too. So I'm gonna start this today. I read Vex King. Where's that one at? I'm not too sure, but it was really good, really educational. So it was a good read. Gonna start Comey now. Set the timer. Yeah. Are you guys surprised that I actually hit the time? It is the following week. Hi everybody, thank you for watching if you've gotten this far. You can say I had to tap out because of medical issues. I tried to do like a cute black smoky eye. Ended up leaving me with a red swollen eye. Yeah, it was really bad. I was okay a couple days later, but it would just hurt me. It hurt too much to read. I was really upset that I couldn't continue the challenge, but what could I do? My eye was swollen and I was gonna record, and I do have footage, but I'm not putting it on the internet. I wasn't able to complete the day. I got about halfway through. About 3 hours after what I last recorded is when my eyes started to swell. So that was fun. My girlfriend Tiana, her law teacher, actually told her that. A lot of people don't know that. Even Apple tells you to not keep your phone within 2 inches of you, and to keep it away from you at all times. 2 inches away from you at all times. We're not built to be on our phones all day. We're not built to see our faces as much as we do, compare ourselves as much as we do, see other people's lives, or think you're seeing other people's lives as much as we now do. You guys want to know something that's entertaining, good for your mental health, and you can keep within 2 inches of you? I'm gonna let you guess. If you guess reading, you are correct. It is proven to improve your brain health, great for your mental health, beautiful for your spiritual health, the way it transforms you to a different space, a complete different setting, life, mind that you've never been in. And when do you ever really get to experience that, other than books and other than TV shows and movies? And even then, you cannot compare TV shows and movies to books. Books, the way it transports you into the narrator's mind, it's honestly a great meditative tool. I think I'm saying it right, meditative. It really helped me clear my thoughts out. I'm someone who I'm always thinking, whereas with books, I find it a lot harder to overthink because I'm reading the words and I'm just so zoned into the book. The mind kind of drifts away, which is really nice. It doesn't happen always. Definitely depends on the book, but I've loved that. It's book review time. So now I'm gonna go over the books that I was able to complete. Sorry, I've just got my notes about my books here. I'm gonna tell you guys how many books I managed to finish, how they were, what I'd rank them. So we have Verity by Colleen Hoover. I just want to make a disclaimer. I know Colleen Hoover is a very controversial author. A lot of people don't consider her writing good. I more enjoyed this particular book for the story and the plot. Is the writing the most extravagant thing ever? No. It isn't one that uses extravagant words. It doesn't use metaphors, similes. It hasn't really got a writing style that you would evaluate in an English lit class. It's like a teenage girl. It isn't about a teenage girl, but the style writing's like a teenage girl type of this happens. I'll go through a paragraph. Jeremy pulls off his jacket. He's smiling as he hangs his jacket on a coat rack next to the door. It's nothing profound. The writing style isn't profound. Is the story profound? Okay, maybe not profound, but is the story good? Yes. This story is very, very, very good. It's about a young writer who's on her way to work and she witnesses a car accident. And this man, a guy called Jeremy, he cleans her up in the bathroom. They have like an instant connection. It's very romance, and they end up going to the same meeting where he is offering her, he is with an agent on behalf of his wife, asking the main character if she would like to continue her book series, his wife's book series. I hope that makes sense. It was like $75,000 a book. She ends up taking it. She ends up going around his house to go through the office to learn more about Verity, his wife, learn more about the books. It's a very popular book series and she wants to get it right. So she's going through the office and she finds an autobiography and she reads through it, and every chapter or so we get a chapter of the autobiography, and it's very creepy. Heinous things are basically the autobiography was wild. It was crazy, very dark, very shocking. Yeah, I won't spoil it. It just starts getting creeped out. Starts wondering if the wife is really, she's supposed to be paralyzed, and she starts questioning if the wife is pretending. the stuff she's reading in the book. She's like, do I tell Jeremy? What do I do? It's a great ending, very ambiguous ending. I thought it was good the whole way through, and then the end was even better. It was a great fiction book to read for the first time in. I recently finished Percy Jackson with Ty, but other than that, it's my first time reading a fiction book in a hot minute. It's been a while. And I loved it so much that I even found a bonus chapter on Reddit. But I'm not gonna lie, the bonus chapter, it wasn't bad, but it made the ending less ambiguous. It was very plot heavy for just a chapter. I'd say so that the one bonus chapter had as much plot, nearly as much plot as this whole book. And I didn't like it for that fact, because it kind of really changed the narrative of the story. It was like a whole 7 months later type of thing, and didn't like the way it turned out, I'm not gonna lie. But this book in itself, really liked it. Yeah, I would rate it a 4 stars. Would really recommend to a lot of people. I think it's a great mystery, good romance, quite thriller, on your edgy seat. You just want to keep flicking the page. It's one of those where you don't keep looking at what page number you're on because you're so engrossed, and I loved that. Yeah, really great read. No wonder it's so popular. Great, loved finishing that. One book I was able to finish was The Hidden Life of Trees. My auntie got me this for my birthday a while back. I read pages here and there, looked at like the illustrations, but not much more than that. I read maybe like 50 pages. Read it. Oh my gosh, I love trees. I've already mentioned it. Don't need to go into it. But that's a lie. I want to go into it in a whole nother video. I'm going to do a whole separate video, not just based on this book, trees in general, but definitely using facts and information from this book. It's beautiful. It's fascinating. I've learned things about trees I never ever knew before, never ever would have known. It is obviously a non-fiction book, so it is one that I couldn't read for a long time. I couldn't sit down and read it for 2 hours. You know, I'd sit down and read it for 20 minutes, half an hour, pick up a different book. But it's still very interesting. It's the best book I've read about trees. One of the best non-fiction books I've read, period. Really good. I'd rate it a 4 stars, 100%. It was great. Would recommend. Yeah, and it's just beautiful too. And it's a big book. It's not the size of like your standard books. You see? So it's really nice to have something like this. I don't currently have it on me. I only have number 2. But I finished Comey Can't Communicate number 1. Nearly finished number 2. It was such a cute read. I loved the illustration. The story in itself is really cute, really wholesome. It was a nice switch up after doing so much reading to turn to the book like this, because it's obviously mostly pictures. So it was nice, quick, wholesome, light-hearted read. Would definitely recommend. I've got number 3 as well, so I can definitely carry on. Yeah, I'd recommend. It's basically about this girl with social anxiety who doesn't talk in public, really struggles to talk in public to the point where like nothing comes out. A guy called Tadano who basically helps her, and it's really sweet, really cute, really nice, you know, for the socially anxious girlies who can relate. This book's really cute. I'd give it I think I gave it a 3.5. It is pushing 4. It's definitely pushing, but I've read quite a lot of books surprisingly, so there's one more that I've read. I'm just gonna go and grab it. Excuse the fire hydrant behind me. The final book I read was Closer to Love by Vex King. I was halfway through this already, and it's a really good book. I love Vex King's books. I have 2 of his self-help ones and 2 of his journal ones, and that's all his books. I've got all of his books. When I shared about reading his book, he's a really genuine guy, lovely soul, lovely spirit. This book is great, absolutely perfect for those wanting to attract the right relationships and deepen their connections. It literally does what it says. It's great for that. It goes into what, you know, healthy relationships should look like, how to not hold on to trauma from previous relationships. It goes into the spirituality of love and the frequency of love. It's brilliant. And what I love about Vex King is in all his books, he includes activities for you to actually do. He'll either bullet point it or make it like an obvious thing that you can do, and he'll talk to you, and whilst you do it, you can follow his words, which I think is really considerate, really great, really lovely. And these practices are just really helpful. A lot of books just talk, but they don't actually give you the practical tips, whereas his books always will. I've been debating between 3.5 and 4 stars. We're gonna go 3.5 just because of how much I love his other two. This is solely based on love and healthy relationships, whereas the other books are obviously a wider range, which is why it kind of confines it down a little bit. But yeah, it's a great book, don't get me wrong. Just compared to his, I just prefer his others. Really enjoyed doing this challenge. Despite not completing the full week or even completing the full hours every day, I, you know, was honest. I went in with my honest screen time, 9 hours. Put that all out there for you guys. I gave it my all. I'm definitely gonna do this again, 100%. Yeah, so look out for it. I'm definitely gonna try it again. I think I'll do a lot better now I'm into the swing of reading. So I've got that. I'm editing this a week later and I'll finish 2 more books. So yeah, safe to say, in the swing, and I'm loving reading. If you are wanting to get back into it, I would definitely recommend throwing yourself into a challenge like this. Now I'm into the swing of reading. I think that will definitely be a little bit easier. Yeah, thank you for watching. Comment if you enjoyed. Maybe give me book suggestions, or tell me what your favorite part of the video was, or just tell me how much you love me. Yeah. Thanks.